I'd like to welcome you to the annual Employee Recognition Ceremony. My name is Bruce Steinbrock. For a decade, I served as voice of the Ichabods, and then for a decade, I served as development officer at the Washburn University Alumni Association and Foundation, helping to raise important dollars for Washburn and Washburn athletics. So Washburn is certainly a great near and dear place in my heart. I do have a master's degree from Washburn in leadership and communications. I did start my MBA, but putting 30 years between college algebra and calculus, not the smartest thing. My daughter holds a degree from Washburn as well, as a proud Ichabod. So we fly the Ichabod banner at all turns. Usually we invite back to campus for, so many things, but today is such a special recognition of all people who, again, have spent sometimes their entire careers at Washburn and helping do such important work. And so this day is very near and dear to everyone. And we're excited to celebrate the accomplishments of the faculty and staff. And it's especially fun because Dr. Mazachek is with us in this capacity for now the second time, right? Because you started last February, so her second employee recognition, but her first full school year here at Washburn as I rock the stage. We are going to start our celebration today by inviting my good friend Mark Freed. He told me not to mispronounce his name, and I said, what? It looks like Fried. I should just go call you Fried, right? Mark Freed. Angel Romero also will join us and with Dr. Mazachek here on stage. And you probably recognize Mark if you both would come up. Mark is Washburn's general counsel, and he is also, and fulfills a very important role, secretary of the Board of Regents. So a note taker, right? What you may not know is Mark is also the chair of the United Way. Kaw Valley and Angel, who is a Washburn alumnus, is a member of the Board of Regents and the vice president of resource development for the United Way of Kaw Valley. And I understand that Washburn is wrapping up the annual United Way Giving Campaign. It's an annual campaign, of course, meant to go out to all those organizations across Topeka. And we invite Mark Freed to come up and say a few words about the campaign.
Thanks, Bruce. You made this a little shaky for all of us now. I appreciate having a few minutes to speak to you about the United Way of Kaw Valley and its relationship with Washburn. First, if you volunteer with United Way in any way, this includes the United Way related agencies. Will you stand as you are able or wave a hand? Anybody here? We got a few people. That's good to see. All right. Very good. Thank you. With every dollar of Washburn's annual United Way giving campaign, while every dollar of Washburn's annual United Way giving campaign counts, we know we also support United Way in so many ways throughout the year in their mission of achieving positive, sustainable change through education, financial stability, and health for everyone. We do this through volunteers from our Washburn community and initiatives like the Social Innovation Grant Project, the Community Impact Bus Tour, and Washburn Tech's Recycled Rides. Washburn students learning firsthand about the importance of community service. And I also have spent time on the board with a number of students from the Leadership Institute who hold 2 positions on the United Way board. So thank you for giving your time and your resources throughout the year to the United Way, including your financial donations during this last week. And I think we take them through Friday, so it's not too late. Together, our connections with our community make it an even better place to live, learn, and thrive. Thank you.
That's a good fundraiser right there. He still made the ask, right? I like it. I like it. Thank you, Mark and Angel, and certainly always inspiring to see the ways that our community works together to lift up others in our region. Washburn certainly is truly a community that works to transform the lives of others, and we're going to celebrate those accomplishments today. And of course, you can follow along in your program the list of those who are celebrating with us today the various years of service. So as we celebrate the accomplishments today, we're going to start by recognizing those faculty and staff members who are celebrating 5 years of service. If you are here with us today and you have 5 years of service and are celebrating, please stand as you're able and accept applause for your dedication to Washburn. 5 years. A 1/2 decade. Thank you so much for your service to Washburn. And again, follow along in your program as you can see those who are celebrating with us today. Also, for those completing 10 years of service, 1 decade, would you please now stand and accept the applause as you are able? Thank you. So many represented from all over campus, so we appreciate you being with us here to accept that recognition today. We now transition to a faculty award, and the motto here at Washburn is non nobis solum. Now, you'll hear it said a myriad of ways, right? Non nobis solum. Nonetheless, it means not for ourselves alone. It is something that Washburn has stood on from the beginning. It is an important thing that's foundational to those of us who wear Washburn, who fly that Washburn banner, who work at Washburn, who are Washburn alums, not for ourselves alone, right? Because it is that spirit for our students and for each other that we come here each day to do our important work. And we're going to give out some awards now that recognize some of those great efforts. We ask those folks to come forward to accept their award when their name is called, and we will get a photo here on stage as well. First up, the Herrick Faculty Award for Outstanding Service. It's given in recognition of outstanding service by faculty and librarians. Washburn faculty members have a long history of service to the Washburn community, and this year's recipient is no exception. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Susan Bajerke, the 2024 recipient of the Herrick Faculty Award for Outstanding Service. Accepting on Susan's behalf, Dr. John Mulliken, faculty member. I'll be interviewing him later on the one gene, one enzyme theory. By the way, Dr. Bajerke is an associate professor of biology. She has provided extensive service to her department, the College of Arts and Sciences, Washburn University, her profession, and the community. Her involvement in the events like Women in Science Day, her role as a Washburn Women in STEM advisor, highlights her dedication to fostering inclusivity in STEM fields. So, Dr. Mulliken, thank you for accepting. Let's again recognize Dr. Susan Bajerke. Thank you. One thing you will see is all of our nominees for faculty awards, they are in your program. Please take a moment to read that list, and we wish every person could be individually recognized and know that selecting the winner is always a difficult decision, and as Washburn has so many great and deserving faculty members. Our Outstanding Service Awards are presented every year to staff members who demonstrate outstanding enthusiasm, knowledge, and skills in their job. Those who inspire others by how they live the Washburn values. These awards are especially rewarding because their peers nominate them. I'll say that again, their peers nominate them. The awards are given in 3 categories: administrative support, service maintenance, and administrative, technical, and paraprofessional. You can see all the nominees for the Outstanding Awards in your program. We're going to start with the winners in the administrative support category. I'd like to ask Teresa Young and Tony Lewis to join us on stage. Teresa serves as the administrative specialist for the psychology department. One person wrote, "Teresa inspires and motivates her colleagues through her exemplary work ethic, initiative, and unwavering support. Her enthusiasm and belief in the value of higher education creates a positive work environment. Teresa always makes time to offer guidance and assistance, making each student feel valued and supported. Her dedication to the academic community is evident in every aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, Teresa Young. Tony Lewis serves as the office coordinator for the College of Arts and Sciences. The person who nominated Tony wrote, "Tony consistently demonstrates that she cares about her job, her coworkers, and the institution. She consistently contributes to a culture of learning and understanding in the CAS office and provides an excellent example for others to follow. Her impact extends beyond her immediate responsibilities, making her an invaluable asset to Washburn." Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Lewis. Congratulations to Teresa and Tony. Next up, student awards. We're going to celebrate another very important job at Washburn, our student employees. Student employees fill important roles all across this campus, gaining valuable experience as they put the skills that they are learning in the classroom into practice. These students bring new insights and fresh perspectives to the jobs in which they do. This year, the university chose 3 student employee workers to award from among all of the student workers on campus who best represented each category. We asked the 2 students who can join us today, come up and accept your award. In leadership, Jess Seidel, and in critical thinking, Mary Tyler. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Jess Seidel and Mary Tyler, our student award winners, with us here today. We're now going to take a moment to recognize those who are here and are celebrating a decade and a half with us, 15 years of service to Washburn. Please stand as you are able and accept your applause for 15 years here at Washburn. Congratulations. Now, we're going to ask those who are celebrating 20 years, 2 decades of service with us. Please stand as you are able and accept your applause for 20 years. Thank you so much for your service to Washburn University and Washburn Tech. We certainly have people from all across our campuses here to celebrate with us today. The A. Roy Myers Excellence in Research Award is given to the faculty member who has exhibited quality in research and provided contributions to new knowledge in a specific field and has related that research to the mission of Washburn University. This year, we're pleased to honor Dr. Andy Farkas as the 2024 recipient of the A. Roy Myers Excellence in Research Award. Andy is an associate professor in English. In the 5 years since Dr. Farkas joined Washburn, he's published a novel, 2 short story collections, an essay collection, all with prestigious presses. He has also published 9 essays, 6 short stories in such venues as the North American Review, the Iowa Review, and Willow Springs. Dr. Farkas' publications are highly regarded in the community, the state, the region, and the nation. Please help me in welcoming and congratulating Dr. Farkas. Now we're going to recognize the winners in the Service Maintenance category of the Outstanding Service Awards. Will Crystal Guerrero and Lyle Edwards please join us on the stage? Crystal is a custodian with Facility Services. One nominator wrote, "Crystal inspires other people and fellow employees to want to do more and do a better job through her work ethic, her cheerful attitude, and her willingness to help." Crystal is one of several jewels in the facilities group of custodians. And again, yes, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, Crystal. And now for Lyle, also a custodian, Facility Services. One person wrote, "Lyle is one of the custodians at Washburn Law. His attention to detail, his proactive approach elevates the standard of our building and fosters a welcoming environment for everyone. Lyle's cheerful, hardworking, conscientious, and proactive in making sure things run smoothly. His friendly demeanor and willingness to assist faculty, staff, and students demonstrate a genuine dedication to the university community." Lyle, congratulations. Next up, we present the Muriel D. Clark Award, established in 2000. It honors Ms. Clark, who was one of Washburn's most loyal students and whose support of students continued even into her retirement. The award honors individuals who demonstrate excellence in working with individual students, student groups, and organizations. This year, we are excited to present not one, but two people who embody the qualifications the committee is looking for. They educate students, they engage them in the community, and they enrich their Washburn experience. Will Chris Mullins and Amy White please join us on the stage? Chris is a technical instructor of electrical technology at Washburn Tech. A student wrote that Mr. Mullins has taught me many things about the workforce that I will be going into, bringing people to campus to give us additional insights and taking us to different job sites to practice what we're learning. We even had the opportunity to help wire Dr. Mazachek's new home. I think it's pretty important, since it not only will serve our current president, but all presidents at Washburn that will live there. It speaks to what Mr. Mullins is teaching us and the faith he has in his students. Chris Mullins. Amy White, she is the director of simulation and an assistant professor for the School of Nursing. One student said of Amy that she goes above and beyond for each student. There are almost 70 students per cohort, and she makes us feel seen and heard. If you can't find Amy in the classroom, you'll find her in the simulation lab or at St. Francis helping students. During clinicals, some of the nurses I worked with asked if I knew Amy White, and they each had such great things to say about her. My Washburn experience would not have been the same without the encouragement and guidance of Amy White. Congratulations. Now we would like to recognize the winners in the administrative, technical, or paraprofessional category of Outstanding Service Award. Will Crystal Lemming and Jill Lavin please join us on the stage? Crystal is Washburn's Director of Counseling Services. Nominators wrote, "Crystal has transformed the level of care that students receive. She always has a good outlook, even during challenging times, and this brings out the best in her coworkers." Crystal's vision for counseling services is one that is inspiring and will continue to expand the support that students at Washburn need to navigate their challenges. Thank you so much. Let's recognize Crystal Lemming again. And Jill Lavin. Jill is a mail services specialist for the University Mail and Printing Services Department. One nominator wrote, "When she says she will do something, you can be assured it will get done. Jill will go to the extra mile to track down students and staff for package deliveries, checking and double checking to have the most up-to-date information. She is a pleasure to work with. Jill, congratulations. Next up, it's our honor to present the Ned N. Fleming Excellence in Teaching Award, recognizing faculty members who are dedicated to teaching, have a depth of understanding of the subject, and are able to communicate and work with students, and instill intellectual curiosity and consistently exhibit excellence in teaching. For the Ned Fleming Excellence in Teaching Award, please join me in congratulating Dr. Tony Silvestri as the 2024 recipient. Tony Silvestri is a senior lecturer in the Department of History. He teaches courses in early world history, traditional Japan, world music and history, the medieval experience, and Pirates of the Caribbean, to name a few. How about that? I like it. Dr. Silvestri is a master teacher, prolific scholar, and a lyricist. His students and colleagues laud him for his teaching excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Tony Silvestri. And as we move on with the program, I turn it over to Dr. Julianne Mazachek.
Thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate you being with us today. And it's hard to replace his voice and his energy and enthusiasm, and so we are thrilled you were here with us today. And I want to start off by saying congratulations to all of our winners. Many of you know that this is one of my favorite days of the year. I love graduation, but for me, this is like our graduation ceremony that happens for all of our employees, our excitement every single year, and we get to celebrate the work that all of our Washburn faculty and staff do every day to serve our students. And so she's been on stage. I'm reading your notes here. Okay, so I'm supposed to read the script, which many of you who write for me know that I'm not very good at reading the script. So thank you for being kind to me. So hello, everyone. It is a great day to be in Ichabod and to be here celebrating another year at Washburn. We've accomplished so many amazing things this year, from record-setting enrollment numbers to beginning work on re-envisioning our entire campus and to completing our new strategic framework. This list is long and exciting, and all the items have one thing in common: you. None of what has been accomplished and what we're going to continue to accomplish is possible without the tremendous people who make Washburn so special. Let me take a moment to recognize the group of folks who planned and executed this amazing event. Thank you to the committee of really great people who planned it. Thank you to our facilities folks for preparing the room for us to gather. Thank you to Chartwells for catering. We will enjoy your food in just a bit. And we know we can't have a party without food. That doesn't happen. And thank you to the musicians who they've left. It was so nice to hear our students perform. And thank you to anyone and everyone who was involved in planning, setting up, and executing this great event. If you were involved, will you please stand so we can give you a round of applause? Don't be shy. Thank you, thank you. And I get to thank Bruce one more time. Thank you for being our MC and bringing your energy back to Washburn today. I love this ceremony. I will say it again. It's a time to pause and celebrate what truly makes Washburn a magical place. Each of you who are dedicated to our students and helping them succeed, and to our colleagues for creating a great place to work and develop. If you were able to join me at the town hall meeting on April 17th, you heard me talk about my top priorities. They haven't changed since last year: people, growth, and extraordinary campus experience. As we think strategically about these things, I can tell you people are always on the top of my mind. Specifically, this year, you've heard me talk about, and I do a few things during the process of this presentation to just leak a little bit of good news. And so I'm going to do that now. But specifically, we have a compensation plan that we're planning for this upcoming year that rewards and retains the right people in the right jobs. Because we know if we don't have the right people, Washburn can't be as good as it possibly can be. And so if you couldn't join my meeting that I had last week at the town hall, I encourage you to come tomorrow. I have one more at 3:30 in the Convocation Hall in the Bradbury Thompson Center. And you can hear more details about all the things that we're trying to accomplish. Our people are why our strategic framework, Thriving Together, has a specific priority to enhance the environment in which we learn, work, and thrive. One of my goals and an objective of enhancing our environment is to become an employer of choice. I announced that to all of you last year, and we have taken several steps in that direction, including asking you to participate in a survey called Great Colleges to Work For in February. I want to thank everyone who took the time to take the survey. We were very happy. It was our first time we've ever done it. Every single person in the organization had the chance to participate in the survey. We had almost 60% of you turn in a survey and give us good feedback. We do not have the results back yet, but you'll be hearing about that as soon as we do have them. And I believe the results will capture the current environment of our campuses, and we will use that information to develop plans to further improve this great place that we work. We should have all the data available soon, and so you'll start hearing from me again over the summer, likely. So one area, though, that we did need a survey to help guide us was knowing about dependent care. You resoundingly told us we needed to review and modify Washburn's paid parental leave benefit, of which we didn't have one. Staff Council brought forward the proposal to give primary caregivers 8 weeks of paid leave and secondary caregivers 4 weeks. We were able to take that policy before the Board of Regents last September and immediately began offering that benefit upon arrival to eligible employees. Yes, yeah. I want all of you to know that that was such a personal honor to me to be able to take that to the board. It has been a dream since I was a young faculty member here to be able to have paid parental leave at Washburn. And it was just truly a dream come true to be able to do that and to be able to announce it to all of you. Additionally, I was able to announce the full dependent tuition benefits during the employee recognition ceremony last year. A benefit that covers 100% of the tuition for dependents of eligible employees. It is so wonderful when our own faculty and staff believe in Washburn so much, they entrust the education of their children to this great place we all devote our careers to, and to making it the best that it can be. You've all heard me say that I had children that came here, and I fell more in love with Washburn when my children were here, because I was able to see what happens here through their eyes. And I know that you all make a difference every single day. And the other thing I remember is when I made that announcement last year, I looked out across this group of folks, and I saw several people that tears went down their face, and it still makes me choked up. And the reason is that we know that education changes lives. And we want to make sure that we're removing all the hurdles that we have in place, not that we put there, but that we have in place that prevent people from going to school and pursuing an education. And we feel like we took down a lot of hurdles for people last year. And I've heard similar stories from people on our staff and our faculty. And I'm going to tell one story today, and I want to thank Yvette for letting me tell this story. Yvette Montgomery, our senior military benefits specialist in the registrar's office, shared that when she and her daughter first started discussing colleges, they went on several visits throughout high school. They talked about her continuing to play drums, specifically on a drum line, because that is something she loves. And so they looked at Langston University, since it's the closest HBCU. However, being a single parent, Yvette was concerned about whether she would be able to financially afford that school. So also thinking about her daughter being hours away from home made her a little nervous. So when the announcement was made last year about the 100% tuition benefit for employee dependents, it was perfect timing for them. Her grandmother graduated from Washburn, so deciding to send her here would also continue her grandmother's legacy. They decided to have her daughter live on campus because she feels that is the best way for her to get the full college experience. So Yvette said, knowing that she can continue her education and start to find her own path without stressing about finances is a huge blessing. Also, knowing she's in the good hands of her coworkers is like icing on the cake. She can't think of a better employee benefit for her and her family. And I've told one more story that I'd like to tell because I tell this all the time in the community. I was just walking through the Union one day, and there was a gentleman that I was walking with, and he's one of our facilities workers, and he's pretty new. At that time, he was pretty new to Washburn, and I said, "Oh, how long have you been here?" And he said, "Oh, about 9 months." And I said, "Oh, do you love working here?" And he said, "I love." That's a tough question. How do you answer that? I said, "Do you love working?" He said, "Yes, and I love it even more." And I said, "Oh, really? Why?" And he said, "I have 4 children that I know are all going to get a college education." And I don't know about you, but that touched me, and it reminds us how important what we do is every day. So I also have another exciting announcement, but I'll make that at the end of the program today, and we hope that it will, you'll be happy, and it will further enhance how much you like working here. So, but now we have some more awards that we need to make, and it is my honor now to recognize those faculty and staff who have faithfully served Washburn for 25 or more years. Their work has done so much to shape our university and affect the lives of so many students. And so today, right now, we're going to start with those of you who are celebrating 25 years of service. As I call your name, please stand as you are able and accept our applause for your dedication to Washburn. Please stay standing until everyone is finished. Jennifer Bixel. Jean Castle. Peggy Clark. David Edmonds. John Francis. Alex Glasshauser. Andrea Leon. Bruce Meckley. John Mulliken. Shelby Peak. Tara Porter. Deborah Trock. Lloyd Slaper. Michael Stoika, Paul Wagner, Tracy Wagner, and Rosemary Walker. Please, let's give them a big round. I have to tell you all, I've been here a long time at Washburn. I remember when almost all were hired, and I hired some of them. So that is, we're so glad you're still with us and all that you do every single day. So now I'm going to ask those completing 30 years of service to stand when I call your name and accept our applause for your dedication to Washburn. But this time I'm please going to ask, there's not very many names, I'm going to ask that we wait to applaud until the very end. Gloria Dye, Michael Reddig, Janelle Rutherford, and Roy Wall. Oh. Woo. And now we're going to celebrate those who are completing 35 years of service. Same request. Please wait until the 2 of these folks stand. Linda Griffin and Linda Matthews. Woo-hoo. And now we are going to honor those who have been with Washburn for 40 years of service. We ask you to please stand, and then we will applaud after I've called everyone's names. There are 4 names. So Timothy Annette, Mark Flynn, Barry Miller, and Brenda White. Woo-hoo. Thank you. I imagine that all of these people didn't realize when they came here the first day they were going to be here 40 years. And now we are going to honor those who have been with Washburn for 45 years of service. And we have one name, James Kelly. Thank you, thank you. So now, this doesn't happen very often, but today we get to honor someone who has been serving Washburn as a faculty member for 50 years. In fact, she earned her bachelor's degree and law degree from Washburn, so she's been here on our campus almost 60 years. She has taught at the Washburn University School of Law since 1974, and she is retiring this year. Linda Elrod. Well, I truly cannot imagine a Washburn University without Linda. She has directly impacted 3 generations of students. And this happens so rarely, and she is so special, I asked Linda to share her thoughts about teaching and Washburn over the years, and we're going to share that video now.
Years in legal education has been an amazing ride and a lot of fun. We started out in the trailers and then we moved into the new building in 1969. Very small faculty, and over the course of the last 50 years, the law school faculty has grown to about 25 full-time. And if you've checked the new building, you will notice there's a whole wing of administrative staff. And so a lot has changed just in the structure, the number of faculty, the number of administrators. But there have also been changes in the students, partly because of technology. I've taught at least 3 generations. I don't think I've had any great grandchildren come yet. So that's the main thing I think that's changed is the students, how they take notes, what they expect. When I first came to Washburn, I have felt almost from day one that I belonged. People have always, it seemed to me, gone out of their way to give me opportunities and to make me feel welcome. Somebody asked me once in the middle 80s, 90s, why did you stay at Washburn? And I said, because Washburn is a place where I've been able to develop and grow. And whenever I've come up with an idea for a project, I've said, here's what I'd like to do. And the deans have all said, how can we help you? I think part of the reason Washburn has worked so well is because we had a core group of faculty and deans who all had the same idea, and that was to make Washburn stronger, to make our lawyers better. People go away and they visited other schools and they go, they're not Washburn. It's not the same feeling. It's not the same dedication to students. It's not the same open door policy and welcoming students to come in and talk and to help them develop into the lawyers they're going to become. It's been a great ride. As Jimmy Buffett said, it's been a lovely cruise.
Thank you, Linda, for sharing that. That's how so many of us feel about Washburn. So much has changed in 50 years, but what hasn't changed is how we treat our students and we affect people's lives. It is our duty to remember and honor our heritage, what we're all about. We have a responsibility to continue all the good work the faculty and staff have done before us. So thank you, Linda, for doing that for us and for the School of Law, and we promise that we will honor your heritage here. So let's give all of those colleagues and all who have served so many years of service, let's give them another round of applause in recognition of their contributions. And now we are going to transition to those of us that, not me, I'm sorry, to those folks that have decided that they are going to transition to retired. And we have a very large group of people this year that are going to be choosing to embark on their next chapter in their journey of life. So another group of faculty and staff members have shown great dedication, contributed so much to Washburn University and our students' lives, are those who have already or are planning to retire this year. If that is you, we'll ask you to please stand, and we would like to recognize at this time, is there anybody with us who has already retired? Will you stand so we can recognize you? Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you. Washburn really is a great place to work and for our students to learn because of our people who live our motto, not for ourselves alone. We recognize these contributions through our Emeritus and Eminentus Universitatis awards. So today I'd like to start with those within the last year that upon the recommendations of our faculty and administration and the approval from the Board of Regents, we have 12 faculty members who have been honored with or recommended for the Emeritus title. To receive this designation, faculty members must be retiring after 10 years of full-time service and have made a significant contribution to Washburn University through teaching, scholarship, or service. As I introduce you, please come to the stage to accept your award and remain up front until everyone's been introduced. Of course, we'll take a picture. And then I'd ask all of you to please hold your applause until we call off all of our names, all 12 of our names. Deborah Altus, Bob Bonsella, Gloria Dye, Linda Elrod, Ross Friesen, Bobby Mansfield, Linda Marilot, Laura Stevenson, Jim Smith, Rusty Taylor, Catherine Ure, and Roy Wall. Thank you for your dedicated service. Please. Oh, Rusty, did I say your name? I did. Please, I encourage you to read about each of these individuals in our program and everything that they've done for Washburn University. This is quite a group of people retiring. I'm going to be sad to see all of you go. Yes? Okay. Let's get a picture. How do you want this? Okay.
Sign the liability paper.
Yeah. Microphone.
Big problem.
Are you sure? Oh, I didn't get it. Okay, I would ask if I missed shaking your hand before you went to sit down, catch me afterwards. And now we have a very special time in the ceremony. I would like to say a few words about Jim Smith. And Dr. Jim Smith's Emeriti nomination is being officially presented to the Board of Regents May 2nd. As many of you know, Dr. Smith passed rather unexpectedly this spring. His wife, Amy, has joined us today. Amy, would you be willing to come up on stage for just a few moments to be recognized? Thank you. We think Jim's service to our students and to the university and beyond this campus deserves to be honored with Emeriti status. His nomination information is in your program, and I encourage you all to read it. And I'm going to give Amy Jim's Emeriti Award today. Amy, you will forever be a part of the Washburn family. Washburn University awards the Eminentes Universitatis designation to long-term employees who have been employed as an administrative or classified employee for a period of 10 years or more, retire in good standing, and performing meritorious service. Within the last year, upon recommendations and approval from the Board of Regents, 4 staff members have been honored with or recommended for the Eminentes Universitatis title. I'm happy to be able to recognize 4 recipients of this award. And as I introduce you, please come to the stage to accept your award and remain up front until everyone's been introduced, and then of course we'll take a picture and the audience will applaud you. So our four folks who are going to join us today are Donna Haverkamp, Kent McAnally, Lou Olson, and Chris Rhodes. Thank you for your dedicated service. And now, as we end this recognition program focused on the dedicated and talented folks who lead, work, and serve at Washburn University, I have that announcement that I mentioned earlier. Last year, you may remember that Washburn participated, and we actually test drove a summer schedule to provide more flexibility for your areas and for each of you. You told us, we heard resounding, that this helped you develop the best summer that you ever had, and that it was the best summer hours for achieving the work you need to accomplish. So this year, I'm happy to announce that the summer schedule will begin 1 week earlier. So May 13th, the week immediately following commencement ceremonies, and it will last 1 week longer, and so it will end on August the 10th. And we hope that this extended time provides even more flexibility and the ability to achieve your work over the summer while spending time with your family and friends and enjoying the wonderful sunshine every day. So yes, I'm excited about that too. I don't usually do it, but so this concludes our formal celebration. Once again, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for what you do every day, how you show up, the hearts you touch, the lives you touch, and the difference that you make. And I am very excited about everyone who has celebrated an anniversary, a retirement, and looking forward to all that you have in your future. And so thank you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of our party today and appreciate so much that you're here today and every day. So go Bods. I'm sorry, I forgot to say one thing. The retirees are going to be in the back of the room after, so retirees, you should get up and go ahead and go back there before everybody storms the food. And you can say hello to them and wish them the best. Okay, thank you all. Go Bods.